Hey everyone, good evening. How are you? How's your heart? Was trying to get on earlier today and connect with you where the lighting was better and just earlier in the day. But life happened, rain happened, dinner happened, discussions happened. So here I am this evening. I don't know what time it is where you're at, but it's about 8 p.m. where I am. So welcome, and I just wanted to hop on and connect with you. I've been thinking about this, and I was asked some questions recently about why I do what I do and where I'm headed, and so wanted to connect with you. So when I first started my journey, actually just the idea of coaching and health coaching people, at that time it was more like life coaching. The idea, which was almost 10 years ago now, was I just recognized when I was in the hospital that I wanted to help people stay out of the system. I wanted to empower them to never come to the hospital, because that is not a place that people should be. And we have the tools to help them not be there, and I wanted to be a part of the solution, not the problem. And so I just, at that point in time, felt like the idea would be so great if we could catch people before they got into the hospital, if we could show them how to have proper nutrition, hydration, healthy emotions, mindset, all of that, then they would never come visit, and we would, you would need me as a nurse less, which would be amazing. So that idea grew over the years, and then 3 years ago, I launched my own coaching business. I was affiliating with another company, and at that point in time, the idea to life coach, health coach, nutrition coach was because I just wanted out of nursing. But I stuck with it, and then now I'm back in the hospital, but also still coaching, and I like to call myself a health and wholeness trainer, because sometimes I'm not really hoorah-rah. I more want to empower you, graduate you, and send you on your way. And sometimes I'm going to tell you the hard truths you need to hear and love, and other times I'll encourage you and inspire you. So what you need at that point in time, I want to meet you with. And so the training and the guiding is more and the connecting you with the ideas and the things that you need on your journey. Now, as I move forward in this health and wholeness training space, I really believe that the future is going to require us to have clear minds, healed hearts, and Holy Spirit connection. We are navigating times that we've never seen before, and it really is going to require that we are sharp in all of our dimensions. And so that is now why I continue to pursue this, is to help empower people. Sometimes the word help is not my favorite. So empower people to be their best so that they can make their best decisions for them in or out of the system. And so I have these, there's 4 principles that I discovered. Actually, there's a 5th, but the 5th came after the first 4 I discovered. There are 5 principles that I discovered, tools, you could say, that really helped me change and shift from a negative feedback cycle to a positive feedback cycle, to have the courage to chase the dreams and to become the person that I needed to become so I could do the things I want to do. And it's been a journey, but those 5 things I have built into my program. And so I thought I'd talk about those a little bit with you, one at a time. I'll just cover them. But the first one is you have to discover what matters most to you. And one of the things that we think we know, but we haven't connected to our heart, is what matters most to us. And so it's really helpful when you can have somebody ask you really good questions about what matters most to you, so you can get to the base reason that you are headed in a direction. So there's just you can actually boil down to common threads of confidence, significance, belonging, love, courage. There's some basic human traits that we're kind of all after, and they look different in each of us just because we are so different and unique, and that's a wonderful thing. But you can actually boil some of them down. Safety and security are a couple. So really getting into a deeper discussion about what matters most to you, because if you want to head in a direction, you have to know what your own personal driving forces are. The second principle that was really impactful for me was being powerful to choose. And you hear this phrase, you can create your future, and I'm so literal that creating my future didn't really make sense to me. I know I can choose. I know I can choose if I like chocolate or strawberry. I know I can choose if I'm going to put this, shirt on or this shirt on. So when I'm thinking about choosing my future, that principle didn't make sense to me until I understood that actually we don't get to choose what happens to us, but we get to choose how we respond to it. And that's how we create our future. So I do a little deeper dive on that. The next principle is letting go. And you can think about letting go from a few different approaches, but basically it's learning how to let go of the things that no longer serve you. And sometimes that can happen from forgiveness, and sometimes that can happen from healthy boundaries, and sometimes that can happen from different places of letting go of who you were so you can become head towards who you're becoming. So and sometimes that also can look like a grieving process. So we cover that. And then the fourth principle is the art of reframing. And I would say that this is one of the more impactful ones for me that really changed my life because it happened to be in the space of gratitude. But being able to, in the moment, catch yourself that you're feeling something that's not right, you're agitated, irritated, triggered, whatever word you need to put on it, and then recognize that and then learn how to reframe that in the moment, because our words are powerful. We speak life out of our mouth, and even through our thoughts. And then so how we think and how we communicate and how we talk, is very helpful if we can reframe it in a way that keeps us in a positive feedback cycle. So those are the four principles. The fifth that closed the loop for me was an identity dive. So learning who you are and whose you belong to, which actually should come before all four of those principles, but in the manner of the way that my life happens to be, it came after all of those principles. Who you are and who you belong to matters most, because that's where you learn how powerful you are, how valuable you are, how amazing your uniqueness is, so that you can step out into your destiny. Those 5 things matter so you can have a clear mind and a healed heart so that you can chase your dreams. And yes, the physical matters. I have other parts of the program that touch on the physical, but if you want to be a whole, healthy being, you have to touch on all of your dimensions. So that, I just wanted to connect with you. It is very important, I believe, for the future that we bring all of our dimensions into alignment so that we can navigate the coming times with discernment and wisdom and make the best choices for our future. So I love you guys. I bless you. I just wanted to give you a little taste. Hopefully I'll actually break those 5 principles down some more and share them with you one at a time as I'm going to continue talking about my program and how it is changing lives. And I don't talk about it very often, so I want to bring it to you because it is impacting people and start connecting those dots. So if you have questions,